What's up guys, welcome to my Floor 100 normal free-to-play Scarab King guide. This team is composed of Haikatoon, Yakarl the Scourge, 2 Armigers, and a Drexthar Blood Twin. The primary objective for this team is to use Yakarl the Scourge to freeze down the enemies and crowd control the waves, while Drexthar uses his A2 to nuke, while simultaneously being tanky enough to withstand the passive of the War Chiefs. In the first wave of Floor 100 Scarab King there are 2 War Chiefs, each of which have this passive that reflects 60% of the damage taken back to the attacker. I tried running this earlier with Cleopteryx in the flex damage spot, but I think you'll see for yourself what happens. Dead. So that's why we switched to Drexthar. So while we're on the topic of Drexthar, let's go ahead and look at his build. He's got about 50,000 HP, 3,500 defense, close to 200 speed. He's crit capped with 123% crit damage and enough accuracy to land his provokes and his HP burn. Next we have Yakarl the Scourge. The important stats to note are his speed 194 and his accuracy 246. Next up are the 2 Armigers. Their job is to reduce the turn meter of the boss, so he never gets a turn. For your Armiger build, you want plenty of speed, ideally 100% crit rate so he could actually decrease the turn meter, and enough accuracy to do so as well. My second Armiger here, who is only level 40, has actually enough crit rate to do his job and enough accuracy as well. This is the Armiger I have in a destroy set so we can get rid of that nasty shield on the Scarab King. Last up is Haikatoon. Now her one and only job is to keep our team moving and slow the enemy team down. In this build we have plenty of speed and plenty of accuracy for her to land her debuffs. Each champion I have on this team is equipped with a blood shield accessory. This negates the necessity to have a shield champion on your team. In this video, my Yakarl the Scourge is not booked. If yours has his A2 booked, instead of running 2 Armigers, you can cut one of them and replace him with a shield champion instead. If you go this route, your shield champion's shield needs to last for as long as the cooldown is on the ability. Also, they need to be the fastest champion on your team. Here's a few examples of viable shield champions. Metal Shaper, the Lizardman Rare, Miscreated Monster, the Night Revenant's Epic, and Lodric Falconheart from Sacred Order. Now, let's jump into run and see how it goes. Now, in terms of support, you can see just how much value he brings in terms of single target freezes as well as AoE freezes through the waves. One of the most annoying features of Scarab King is typically the champions who are really strong against him don't offer much value on the waves, which makes the boss kinda hard. I like to just think of Yakarl as a really squishy support champion. Plus, if you're not building a ton of damage into his kit, you don't have to worry about him killing himself against the War Chiefs. Now as Yakarl attacks, keep an eye on his turn meter. He's about to steal what the Scarab King has and give it to himself. Normally when a champion takes a turn afterwards, their turn meter's empty, but he had about 25 to 30% turn meter after stealing the Scarab Kings. And as you can see, we have plenty of turn meter control and we're never in danger of the boss getting a turn, so let's jump to the end of the fight. And you know what they say, slow and steady wins the race. And that's going to be all for this one. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been watching, subscribing, and leaving comments the last few days. The amount of positive vibes you guys have been sending my way, as well as the amount of growth on this channel, has been extremely mind-blowing and humbling at the same time. So thank you guys. It really does mean the world to me. So thank you so much for watching everyone, and until next time, happy raiding.